In 2018, the daughter of India's richest man was married in a ceremony that cost a reported $100 million across multiple events. The guest list included Hillary Clinton, Beyoncé, and the serving prime ministers of 2 countries. The pre-wedding celebrations required the chartered evacuation of an entire Italian village so guests could use it. The village was returned undamaged. The vendors were paid in full. Let's get into it. Here's Level 1, the luxury wedding. When the budget is the only limit, $200,000 to $500,000. This is where the high-end wedding begins for most couples who spend more than they planned. A 5-star hotel or private estate. A wedding planner whose fee alone exceeds the average national wedding budget. Florals designed rather than arranged. A photographer whose day rate is a monthly salary. Entertainment that requires a contract writer. The result is genuinely exceptional. The food is serious. The venue is beautiful. What it is not is exclusive. A 5-star hotel runs multiple events. The staff who served this wedding served another one last weekend. The ballroom has a name, and that name appears in other couples' photographs. The experience is excellent. The venue is shared in the sense that matters. From here, the weddings stop being events and start being productions. Level 2, the venue buyout. When the location is closed for one day, $500,000 to $2 million. The exclusive hire, a chateau in Provence, a private estate in the English countryside, a vineyard in Tuscany closed entirely to the public for the duration of the event. Not a room booking, a property acquisition for 48 hours. When a venue is exclusively hired, every person on the property is there for one couple. The staff have no other guests. The grounds are not shared. The photographs contain no strangers. Here is the thing about exclusive hire. It changes the architecture of the day. The schedule belongs to the couple. The venue belongs to the couple. The experience is not exceptional service inside a shared space. It is total possession of a space for a defined period. That possession is the product. The wedding is what happens inside it. Level 3, the destination. When the guests travel to the couple, $2 million to $5 million. A private island. A resort in the Maldives closed for a week. A palazzo in Venice booked floor to floor. A wedding where the logistics begin not with the venue, but with the guest list, because every person attending has to get there. And the getting there is part of the event. Private aviation for immediate family. Charter flights for the wider guest list. Accommodation managed as a single inventory because the couple has taken all of it. The insight at this level is displacement. The couple has moved their entire world to a location of their choosing. The guests have accepted that displacement as the terms of attendance. That acceptance is a statement about the relationship between host and guest that no amount of 5-star service in a shared hotel can produce. Level 4, the production. When the wedding becomes a show, $5 million to $15 million. A creative director, not a wedding planner, a creative director with a brief to design the visual identity across every element. The invitation, the reception design, the lighting installation, the table landscape, the cake as sculpture, the entertainment as performance. Beyoncé has performed at a wedding. Andrea Bocelli has performed at a wedding, not as the centerpiece of the entertainment program, as elements within it. The production at this level treats the wedding as a live event, with a running order, a production team, and a technical infrastructure requiring days of build around a single evening. What it is not is improvised. The flowers are specified in millimeters. The lighting is programmed to cue. The apparent spontaneity of a great wedding is a production outcome. At this level, the production is explicit, and the budget is not considered extraordinary by the team delivering it. Level 5, the spectacle. When the event requires a security operation, $15 million to $40 million. The wedding that cannot be photographed without permission because the photographs have commercial value. The wedding where the guest list generates its own media coverage. The wedding where security is a line item comparable to catering. Credential systems for vendors, press, and guests differentiated by zone. A communications team managing the media narrative in real time. An exclusivity agreement with a single publication for official photographs that finances a portion of the event. That last sentence is not accidental. At this level, the wedding generates revenue. The media rights. Rights are negotiated before the venue is booked. The insight at this level is asymmetry. The couple is not managing a guest experience. They are managing a public event with a private core. The guests inside the perimeter experience a wedding. The world outside experiences a news story. Both are happening simultaneously, and the production team is running both. Level 6. The private state event. When the wedding is also diplomacy. $40 million to $100 million and above. The wedding of Prince William and Catherine Middleton in 2011 cost an estimated $34 million in direct expenditure and generated an estimated $2 billion in economic activity for the United Kingdom. The security operation involved 5,000 police officers. The guest list was a diplomatic instrument. The seating plan was reviewed by the Foreign Office. This is not reported as a celebration that got out of hand. It is reported as a state function with a romantic occasion at its center. Protocol is one input. Precedent is another. The Foreign Office is another. What it is not is a wedding in the sense the word usually implies. It is an event that happens to contain one. Level 7, the commission. When the wedding requires infrastructure that does not yet exist. Price, undisclosed. A wedding that requires the construction of a temporary structure or a permanent one at a scale that has no precedent in the event industry. A venue that does not exist until it is built for this occasion. Infrastructure assembled and then dismantled, leaving no trace except in photographs that will not be published. The Ambani family's 2018 celebrations approached this category. Certain Gulf royal weddings of the 2000s crossed it, where resort complexes were constructed for multi-week celebrations and then repurposed or demolished. Reported costs, where reported at all, begin in 9 figures. Here is what connects the luxury wedding at $200,000 and the commission at a price no planner has publicly invoiced. Both exist because two people decided their union required a celebration commensurate with their life. The $200,000 wedding reflects a life well lived. The commission reflects a life at a scale where the infrastructure of celebration does not exist until someone is paid to build it. The wedding was never the product. The declaration of a union at a scale matching the lives being joined was always the product. Every level of this list is a different answer to the same question. How large does this need to be? The average wedding in the United States costs approximately $30,000. The events on this list begin where that number stops being a relevant unit of measurement. The guests at level 7 have never attended a $30,000 wedding. They have attended level 2 ones and considered them modest. The couple at level 7 considered level 4 a rehearsal dinner.